Daishaunte Williams, and I'm here with the beautiful Kiami Daveal from the hit film Matilda, where she played Lavender.
We used to be in the Olympics. Shot put, javelin, hammer throw.
Also, still cute as a button, she's no longer a little girl. How are you, Kiami?
I'm good. How are you?
Fabulous. I'm glad to actually be here with you. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
You're still so cute. So you broke into the industry at a young age. Now, was Matilda your first actual big role in the industry?
It was. That was my first film. My first breakout role was actually a music video with Phil Perry.
Oh, wow.
So, yes, ma'am. And I actually started out modeling. So, from going from modeling in different conventions in Los Angeles and New York, and finally moving to LA, and then that's where I started with the music video, and then went on to actually my first film, which was Matilda.
So you were a video girl,
You
like
know,
one of these video
just
girls,
a little
or were
bit,
you
just a little bit.
Okay. So I also have to ask, how old were you actually in the film Matilda?
I was 8.
You look like you were 5. Okay, I'm so sorry.
I know, I was a little bitty.
You were super cute. Now, were those your real glasses in the film?
Yes, I know. I would see. Okay, here's the story behind that. I think I was kind of almost looking a little blind, honestly, with these big old Mr. Magoo glasses. But yes, those were mine, and I actually picked them out. So I thought I was styling and profiling back in the day.
She was styling and profiling. You were obviously styling and profiling enough to land that major role where you did absolutely awesome. Now I have to ask you, do you remember having any teachers or principals that actually had the same characteristics as Mrs. Trunchbull?
Yes, I have several that come to mind right now that were just as crazy. Maybe not as crazy, but almost. They were, you know, kind of mean, but nothing, you know, definitely. She was borderline child abuse, so.
Okay, and she never did any of that behind the scenes, right?
No.
Okay.
She was so nice.
Okay, that's good. So she definitely wasn't anything like her character.
Oh, no, not at all.
Okay. So I do have to ask, being as though you were so young, was it your decision to actually become an actress? Was it something that you had wanted to do, or was it something your family had actually pushed you into?
It was actually my idea. It was something that I wanted to do since I was 2.
Oh, wow.
So, right. So,
2.
yeah.
You're 2 years old, you're thinking about toys and Barbie dolls and all that other stuff, but you were thinking about your career. So you had it together from 2, which is awesome.
2, yeah. So.
Okay. So actually in the industry, I mean, was there anyone that, you know, made you say, you know what, this is what I want to be. I want to be an actress. I want to be a singer. Was there anyone in the industry that actually had you feeling like you wanted to do what they did?
Yes, Whitney Houston was my
rest in
all-time
peace.
idol. Yes. And it really saddened me, you know, when she passed, because throughout it all, whatever rumors, whatever was going on, that was still the person that I seen. Once I seen The Bodyguard, it was a wrap.
It was over.
I just knew, this is it, this is what I'm going to do. So it's unfortunate that I never got the chance to actually, you know, thank her for the inspiration, but I know she knows. So.
Well, I'm sure she hears you now. Rest in peace, Whitney Houston.
Yes.
Okay, so I must ask, being a child star, I'm sure it has its pros and its cons. So what would you say is your worst and your favorite pastime of being a child star?
Okay, my worst was, I was in this program called Kuma, and this was actually basically to assist with me while I was on the set filming in my math and my reading. So I had homework from school plus additional work from them as well. So I hated that with a passion. It helped, but I hated it. Favorite pastime, dancing. I danced from about the age of 3 until I was about 17 or 18.
Wow.
Ballet, tap, jazz, and hip hop. So
how old are you now?
25.
Wow. Lavender's all grown up, you guys. Okay, awesome. So I want to ask this question because we're dealing with a lot of this in today's schools and just society, period.
Right.
Now, as a child, were you ever bullied because of who you were?
Absolutely. I would have a lot of people who would say, well, you think you're better than so-and-so because, you know, you're in the movies, or you model, or you act, or you sing. And it's a hard thing to deal with, because especially being so young, and you know that it's just, you're no different from any other child. It's just a God-given talent that you're blessed to be able to use. So I've had to go through that. I've had to go through, you know, the peer pressure of people trying to, you know, kind of take me off my game, steer me down wrong paths. So, you know, I've had the lunch money stolen, all of that. It's been crazy. But I, you know, luckily have, you know, a really strong family foundation. Plus, of course, you know, my belief in God. I was able to, you know, overcome and just stand my ground. So
that's awesome. So you actually obviously were brought up in the church.
yes.
So that's really good. It's always good to have a great upbringing and a church home and a family that actually is God-fearing, because that actually helps out, you know, your career a lot.
Definitely.
Now that you are actually all grown up, are there any roles that you will not do? Do you have any limitations when it comes to choosing the roles that you do today?
Yes, I'm pretty much open as long as I'm able to read the script and kind of see, you know, what the character is about mentally, where the character is going, you know, that type of thing. But I will not play anyone who is possessed.
Okay.
That is something I cannot do, just because, like I always tell everybody, and my mother says it all the time as well, the devil is real and he does not play.
Exactly.
So, you know, that's one thing I really won't do. But other than that, you know, I'm open as long as I can kind of understand where the character's coming from. And so.
Okay. Well, today, 2012, what can we expect from the beautiful Kiami?
Well, I am actually working on my debut single. I sing as well, so I'm working on that.
All trades, aren't you?
I try. I try. So I'm working on that, and I write my own music. So I'm working on that. I also just finished writing a short film, so I'm excited about that. Also, I'm trying to get my own show together.
Okay, so what type of show? Like Jerry Springer or Maury DNA test? Like what type of show?
I know we you know, we don't want to have any drama. You know, I want it to be, you know, really family oriented and really, you know, but every episode I want it to teach a lesson.
Okay.
I want something to be learned from it.
That's always good.
I'm developing that as well. And then a couple movies that I'm, you know, looking into that are set to film hopefully before the end of the year is out. So.
Okay, so we're not gonna see her in any Exorcist
No,
or Mary Comes Back from the Dead. None of that.
None of that.
So I definitely have to ask. We have to keep it fun. We have to, you know, do some fun stuff. We can't always be so poised and I did this and I did that. So I just want to ask you some fun questions just to, you know, get your personality rolling a little bit more.
Let's go.
So what would you say is the craziest thing you've ever done?
Oh my gosh, the craziest thing I've ever done. Okay, so when I was about maybe 10, my friends and I were outside and just walking around the neighborhood, and we decided that we were gonna just egg people's. Yeah, it's really bad. I know.
So you just like said. So let's just egg people's stuff today.
Yeah, in cars, and I know that's horrible. Kids, don't do that. Do not do that. I learned my lesson because I got grounded for it for months. Okay, and you think you're not gonna get caught, you're gonna get caught. I promise. So.
How did you get caught? Did the neighbors tell on you?
Yes, and my mother caught me. So it was just.
That's the worst. That has to be the worst.
Double trouble.
So outside of that, what would you say is the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to you?
Wow. The most embarrassing thing. Okay, so I was actually set to perform when I was in college, and so I was in a play, and so it was my time to go on stage, and I seriously like just tripped in front of everybody, and for me that was extremely embarrassing because, you know, it was not part of the script. It's just
you just fell like, can somebody help her? So did you lay there like the people that are like seriously embarrassed, or did you just get up and run off?
I got up, and you know, you got to dust it off, you got to keep the party going.
She's definitely a professional because she got up and she kept it moving.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now we're gonna play a game that I call fill in the blank.
Okay.
Okay. So basically, I'm gonna ask you a question, and then you're gonna fill in the blank, and then it's gonna be awesome because my fill in the blank questions are always fun. Okay. So here we go. You ready?
I am.
All right. Let's get it. Now, if I were not an actress, singer, I would be a
preacher.
Oh, it's awesome. You never think they're going to say that. It's fabulous. Okay.
Yes.
I sometimes get mistaken for...
Oh, wow. A lot of people say that I look like Taraji.
Oh, that's good. You don't think so? No, Taraji's hot.
She is. And I'm like, I don't see it, but I take it.
Okay.
Absolutely, because I love her. So
there's going to be a Baby Boy 2 starring Kiami Daveal.
Yes, absolutely.
Shouty, not shouty. Okay.
Right?
If I wanted to impress a guy, I would...
be myself.
Oh, now that's genuine.
Absolutely.
Ladies, please learn from Kiami. She's beautiful. She's got it together. Now, we're speaking about men. Are you seeing anyone?
No, looking.
Okay,
Looking,
so, men, she's looking. Okay? Now, what type of things do you look for in a guy so that maybe I can hook you up? Maybe I know some people, maybe someone's watching that may possess those characteristics and might want to get at you after this interview.
Okay.
What are the things you look for?
Definitely. You know, of course, you know, I have to be attractive. You have to have physical attraction, but more so than that, I have to have a man who is God-fearing. So, because if there's situations and trials and things, we have to be able to pray together as a family and stand on that. Just definitely humble, you know, nice, genuine, and chivalry, gentlemen, is not dead. So
it's not.
That too.
Now, men in 2012, men in this current day and age,
right.
What would you say they're missing when it comes to the dating scene?
Wow. Definitely communication. It's a strong lack of communication. I'm huge on communication. So if we can't talk, we can't communicate, there's no solid foundation to have any type of relationship. So I would definitely say that that's one of the biggest things for me.
Even though this is not my interview, I just have to say there's not enough dating and love and romance anymore.
See, there it is.
I just want to put that out there.
That's true.
Men, please, just try. Just take us out on a date, even if it's a walk or a piece of pizza. I don't even have to go to the W to be treated well. We just want chivalry, God-fearing men, and someone that's handsome. Is that too much to ask for?
That's it.
Really?
That's right.
I've had a blast talking to you. Not only are you beautiful, you're talented, but you're super, super down to earth. And I mean, that's the best quality anybody can possess, you know, in the field that you are in.
Right.
I don't know if there's anything that you want to share with the audience before we sign off, as far as, you know, any messages you want to send out there, or anything that you just want to tell anybody to, like, how they can contact you, or anything. So, it's your chance.
Cool. Alright guys, well definitely, I really appreciate you guys watching. You can find me on Facebook, Kiami Daveal. Also, you can follow me on Twitter, the same name, Kiami Daveal. And just a little message for anyone who, you know, is inspired and wants to, you know, get in the field. Just stick with it. Know that it's not easy, but it is always worth it. And if it's your dream, it's your passion, never let it die. So, that's what I got.
That's awesome. Now, I'm Daishaunte Williams, speaking for Kiami Daveal. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
See you later, guys.